Today we're going to try to work vehicles add-on. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to find that. We're going right here, so we're just going to be sure. We're going to add the pack anyway. Now you're going to have that both of them on. We are going to take off the tornado mod. I did try, it did not work, so we're just going to. So we're going to use a world we just took a copy of and everything else. We're going to go ahead and just check it out. And we're just going to go ahead and load the world anyway. We don't have to worry about the experimental part because due to the fact that we already had that all set up and pretty ready to go anyway. So we're going to go ahead and if we don't actually have like creative, we're just going to go ahead and get creative. So that way it works for us. You know, you can see here, it does change a little bit in the beginning. You can see it's war vehicles, which is fine. Like, I mean, we're going to now. How practical is it to use? I mean, it'd be fun, like, if you're using it on a rail, maybe possibly just for, like maybe your own personal world, you know, prank a few people and stuff like that. We're going to get into it and just try to see what it's like. So, okay, yeah, we're back into our own world that we were working on. That's our little shelter that we had built. Nothing too fancy. Had like the downstairs basement, so on and so forth. All right. I just want to find us a good spot. Like it's not going to on the fly. Okay, here. That's perfect. All right. Okay. Well, we have to find it. It says it's active. Alright, well, you know what? We just have to keep our eye open. Now, it could be as possible as it is, like, you're going into your maps. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's funny that when you have most of your add-ons, it is underneath the map menu, which is really interesting, but okay. So what are we going to look at today? We're going to look at the MLC. We're going to look at BTR. We're going to look at a whole bunch of these kind of fun looking vehicles. Just kind of see what they do. Now there's not like a whole truckload of them, but they do look relatively cool. Now we're just gonna land. Now some of these are sure to be big. Oh, it's a helicopter. Look at that. The pig's impressed. Okay, wanna go? Yo, pig. Wanna bring your family? Want to bring your family? Yeah, I think he does. Alright, let's go on. I want to take this thing for a spin into the kitchen. Take a look at that. Is that? Nope. Okay, so like we have like this. So it has like a little bit of we're flying! Woo! Actually, you know what? Let's just laugh for a second. Let's hover it down. Settings. I want to see this for a second. Better get a good view of this. Where is my video? Oh, did I pass by it? Yes, I did. First person back. There. I guess where you're looking, it depends. It does have a good amount of like health and everything. I mean, it's not that hard to steer. I actually should have just done this because it's hard to see because I got the vehicle in my face. Okay, hang on here. Let's see if I can't see underneath me. Okay, we could probably land right here. Okay. Down. Okay. That was cool. Like, I mean, that's it gives you like a little something like you could use to. Okay, what else we have here? Alright. Oh. I think this is a reconnaissance tank, I do believe. Yeah, because it's not like a standard tank. Or maybe it's a scouting tank, yeah. For communications, because it's got the antenna. Alright, well, anyway. Okay, we're gonna be scouting for stuff. I just get stuck in a tree. That's good. No, these things are not waterproof. At least I don't think on this one. I think this is like a desert storm type. Now it does have, they do have firing, wait, it's not, is it? Wait, how can I load? Okay, how do you, okay, what does it say to, some of them you can, flint and steel to fire. Oh, okay. Okay, well, what we're gonna have to do is help out. There. Enter. Okay. How do you work? Is that how it works? No. I know that you can. Okay. I don't know how you do, like, it says to load flint and steel to get it to go. It's like a fire, because I really want to blow up these llamas. It's cool. It runs really smooth, because I really want to blow this guy over here out. Like, honestly, let's see if he's got anything good. Sir, I need to see. You anything good? Of course it's, figures. Alright. Anyways, moving on. Ah, there's another one. All-terrain vehicle. Steel to fire. I don't get how you use the flint and steel. Hey, where are you? Yeah, I don't know how you work that. Actually, let's put it back to our normal, there we go. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Ooh. So I guess you can have a friend with you? It's good to see it's like through the window, but I mean, like, honestly. It's the other way. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to. It's pretty standard. You kind of get the idea. Okay, I'm gonna get it. All right. Okay. Parking skills. Which one's this one? Ah, there we go. Military grade stuff now. We got the leopard tank. This one I can see around. Ooh, that's cool. Run over him. There you go. I guess some of it would require you to go into different perspectives to get it. This one rides, like I said, pretty smooth. Bye, sheep! Hey, look at this, we rode right over the lava pool. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna actually have somebody come online with me later on, and we're gonna actually go test this with actual, like, whole bunch of stuff. Wow, I got some TNT and whole years. Okay. Pretty cool. What's this one? This is an all-terrain. Yeah, this is just a combat vehicle. Yeah. Another kind of like scouting, I do believe, scouting vehicle. This one is the cougar. How do you know? Yes, and if many are wondering, yeah, I really did build far out. That's why we're at 40,000. Look at this village. Okay, that's kind of. I gotta say something. That's it. There's the warrior. What does this thing look like? Right on top of the pig. That's kind of funny. Sorry, I just really had to sneeze. I thought it would have been inconvenient. Oh, this is a nice little kind of like little town. Like, not huge. Like, I mean, I've seen some like really tiny, and this is one of the more tinier versions. Okay, let's look around. Okay, this one again, like you can see pretty much. Like this would be better, like if you had like a flat world and everything, and you just kind of wanted to like cruise around or whatever. I mean, it has like pretty smooth controls. You can see they all have like their different kind of like how much strength they are. But you can go over most small gaps like pretty easily, which I'm actually doing. And like with a decent amount of health, it's actually really, really, really. Got a couple to do. Okay, I gotta stop this. I'm sorry. Oh, that's funny. Shows you like sitting there like, okay. Like most of them, here, I'm just gonna take some of this stuff out. No, it doesn't say there's bullets, which was kind of interesting. Oh, okay, yeah, here's the stuff here. What was it? Oh, okay. So there's lots of stuff. There's wheels, there's rotor blades, there's chairs, armor plates, barrels, treads. So this is like a very complete kit. Yeah, so this would be like something fun that, you could actually, I don't know which one you would use though. Okay, I'm gonna take this out because I don't know. Ooh, surface missile? Really? Okay, now I don't remember what it said I needed. Use 50 MB. Okay, which one do we have? Okay, supposed to be sitting here. Okay, hang on. Where is it? Sorry, my cat was really, she was out in the front porch and she was meowing to get in. I don't know why she was in there, so that's 90, 120, 70. Where is it? It said 50, right? Okay, so what happens if we do 50? Ah, 50 MB. This is the stuff. Oh, okay. And I just took out my phone. Figure it out. Because I think when it's like for firing and stuff like that. Okay, let's get back onto browsing. Flint and steel to fire the M2. All right. Okay, so can I? Like, okay, it doesn't really seem to be pointing anything. Like, is there? I guess it does. I guess it is. Like, I mean, okay. What if I do aim shot? Come on. Just do. Okay, I don't get it. Anyway. This cow's immortal! This cow's immortal! Never mind. Unless somebody else played with that. Moving on! Oh my, that's a big tank. Again, one of the other tanks. Like, this one's really high resolution. You notice that? Some of them, wow, look at like everything. I don't think I really have to go into this one to kind of get the idea that this thing is much like the other ones. What else is there? Again, same concept, same everything. Just a little bit smaller. Yeah. How interesting is that? That's pretty cool. All these are all different kind of war tanks, so this is like kind of like more of a... I mean, now we know how to properly use them, some of the stuff. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff here, because like we're going to really need to keep our inventory clean for the other stuff. Alright. So now going back, where is my spawn eggs? Because that's where everything is. There we are. Alright. What was I? Okay. Okay, so there's wool sub, there's... This is like, if you like a lot of the, kind of military-based items, these things are kind of like a lineup. So there's 3 left after this. Let's look at this. This is the wool sub... Oh. Okay, where am I? Oh! Wow! Look at the size of this thing! Yo! Can I get in it? How do I get it? Enter so. Oh, okay. Well, I'm turning a land. Whee! No. This would be like, I don't know. It's just one thing is I wish they would have done. Like, I know that these stubs actually have like living quarters in it. That would have been really cool. Actually, new line SCP. I think we got hot to see Minecraft. I think we have something like this, which was like built with regular blocks. But this is pretty cool. But this one's actually drivable. I'd like to see this puppy in water, but we'll do that on a different time. I'm actually going to invite him in. I may even have an extra special guest as well with that, so they can actually have a little fun with that. So anyway, there's a toe. If I can remember, this is a... Okay, enter. Oh. Flint and steel. Okay, yeah, this is kind of like missiles and stuff. Okay. Much like the other one. I think this one has the bigger missiles on it. Open. Okay. So if you're making a world and you had this, like, say, a military-based world, you can actually use this as like a spare crate for making things for, like, you have spare bullets or missiles or something. Not my coffee. So like it's handy that they actually threw that in there because you don't see that very often. I'm gonna actually find a new spot. I'm getting a little bugged out from everything. And then we put this one in here. Pretty standard other one. Just another version of that, which is still pretty cool. Like, all these things are all cool. And you can see we got like a Challenger in here. This is another tank. Yeah, watch this. We're gonna have a whole bunch of like villagers taking over or something. Okay. So I won't worry about the tanks. The tanks are standard in most of the other stuff. We got an M ATV. We'll put that over here. Another kind of like military-based vehicle. If I think remember in the back, usually you'll have like officers in the back that kind of like watch everything, or maybe this is kind of like transportation one. It's been a long time. Satoi. Oh. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Let me in here. Okay, that's terrible. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Yeah, no kidding, you're going at 400 miles an hour. Yeah, of course I'll be experiencing some problems. This thing goes at 400 miles an hour. What are you thinking? You can't keep up with this. Look at this. You're speeding through everything. Like, look at this. Like, you can see how fast. Yeah, it's encountering mild issues. Oops. I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay, let's bring it back up to the surface. No, vehicles cannot do that. Minecraft, we don't care. Yeah, okay. Where are we? Okay. Moving on. And what am I standing on? Yeah, we're stuck. The game could not keep up with anything. That's how fast you're going. Like I said, at least Mach 5, Mach 6 easy with that thing. I know there's a lot of vehicles like that, and I'm going to try to kind of go in insane speeds. Yeah, that's like easily one of the vehicles. Like, I mean, honestly, you'd have to have a pretty good device to keep the kind of rendering kind of like steady and solid. Hopefully we're not going to be too long because, like, due to the fact we do have another thing. Just give me a second. I will restart this sim. Yeah, give me. All right, we're back. Don't ask where I am. I phased through something and I am in a weird forest. Okay. Okay, there's a vehicle. We have landed. We have landed. And we are in. Gotta be near. Fun because they're around. But that just shows how fast that thing goes. Like, we probably landed, like, the moment I stopped, we probably just dipped onto the island, and I just didn't even notice it because it was, like, the game bugged out. It just couldn't figure out what was going on. We got the Black Hawk. Everybody knows the Black Hawk. You know, I've watched so many, movies that I could tell you I've seen that more. It's more of a standard kind of one. We got the Euro. Kind of like, that's kind of where they ship in, like, supplies and stuff like that. I know that. I think, can I lift up here? Like, can you fit a crate in here? Okay, can I put the crate in here? No, I can't put the crate in. That sucks! Okay. Well, those are the last of those ones. Boy, am I really far out. Okay, let's find another spot. Okay. Mild leg, that was just because of everything before. Let's just plop down. We got 3 more vehicles to go through. Kind of experience it. And like I said, I will put together a world and we'll try to have 2 separate guests coming in. And I know they are big lovers of this stuff, so they will come in and check it out with me. Now let's get through some of the stuff. We'll put like even a crate full of stuff so they can kind of like enjoy. that. Now, okay, here's our thing. So we're down to the last 3 vehicles, which we will look at. It is still a little bit buggy, but that's only because the game had to try to figure out things. Stuff like that. I didn't cover a lot of names correctly. I do apologize. But I did want to try to get this out. Oh, ah, what am I in? What am I in? Okay, it's another. Oh, okay. Which one was that one? Another. Okay, is that? Okay, did I just put the black rock and then I put this black rock? Okay, never mind. The Lav 300. Kind of another one of those. Like, I'll give credit to this creator. They put a lot of thought and processes into how well they are made. So this stuff is like pretty insane. Well done. Stuff like that. This is T98 tank. Like when you I saw one time and it was nowhere near of high quality like this is. Like you could see, like they got like the bearings, they got the track, and you know, and normally when they have stuff like this, I've noticed this. They don't put nowhere near detail like the track and how like when this moves down underneath the wheels and that and circles through. Normally when it's on the lower end quality, you don't see that. It's kind of more like a cheaper kind of version to that. Even through like the propellers, the antennas, and like the moving wheels and a whole nine yards. They really paid attention to that, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I think we pretty much covered it today. So again, the pack is called War Vehicles. I will put all that information in the description. So yeah, remember you would probably need to be in created to get bullets. The whole 9 yards. And you would probably use the crates to put most of that stuff in there. So you probably want to put a couple stacks of missiles and stuff like that for the vehicles themselves, and a couple flint and steels because that's what's going to need. You could probably enchant the flint and steel to last just a little longer, but otherwise it's still pretty cool. So I think what we're going to do is kind of mostly just go and just head back or just go for a spin. I like the fact that they even detailed the interior stuff, and that's pretty cool. And I'm going to go and see this video. It's a water pump. I know they have a lot of vehicles that are water-based, but not this. This is not. Now, the only one I know that was the only one that was the sub. That was definitely water-based. Maybe for if anybody can get hold of the creator itself, maybe they can change the sub to have an interior, so maybe a couple seats. Maybe even a chance of putting in some quarters for some people. That would be really cool. So, like, you can actually leave it in the water and, you know, people can live in it. And you can still drive it around and do things like that. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I hope you all have yourselves a great day. Cheers!